is the fourth round of the championship. It's an area steeped in motorsport tradition. A 24-hour car race, almost top of the calendar for any motorsport event in the world. But the Motorcycle Grand Prix takes part of the Bugatti circuit, a shorter version of that 24-hour car racing track.
Yeah, the Bugatti track incorporates parts of the 24-hour circuit, 4.18 kilometres, 2.6 miles. It's all a lot of downhill braking, quite stop-start at this track as well. So you've got to have that front end working well. The new Brigstones should help a few people with that. We're in France, the fourth round of the season.
It's the weather again that's going to cause problems. Danny Pedrosa in pole, Jorge Lorenzo and Casey Stoner accompany him on the front row of the grid. But it's wet, but it could dry out.
Yep, no rain falling at the moment. And away they...
Stoner in second place, made a good start. That's Jorge Lorenzo tucked in behind him. But these conditions aren't going to worry the riders. It's wet, as you can see, but there are some dry patches occurring.
I think we're going to have a flag-to-flag here, one of those races where they come in and change tyres. But it's Pedrosa who leads them through the Dunlop chicane for the first time, downhill towards La Chapelle. That's where the 24-hour track goes off into the distance, but it's a hard-braking right-hander. And then into this series of stop-start sections. It's a short straight followed by a tight corner. Lorenzo is attacking Stoner already. There's Vermeulen. He's won in these conditions previously at Le Mans.
Certainly has, and tracing after Valentino Rossi. Pedrosa leads the way from Lorenzo. Stoner nicely placed in third place. We ride with Danny Pedrosa. 99 is Lorenzo up the inside. Lorenzo takes the lead. 27 and a half laps to go.
In the Garage Vert corner, and now Lorenzo takes over out the front from Danny Pedrosa with Stoner in third, and then it's Rossi in fourth. Just in behind them, Andrea Dovizioso under pressure from Vermeulen and Melandri, or has he just made his way through? He has. Dovizioso now up into fifth position. Good start from the Italian.
And there certainly are some dry patches occurring, especially on the racing line. Fastest bend of the circuit, Casey Stoner. That's a brave place to overtake the very fast right-hander before they break for the chicane.
We can see
Valentino Rossi trying to get up the inside, and has he done so? Not quite. Very late on the brakes.
You could see though, Stoner, as he went through, just having but there still are some very damp patches. It's such a long, extended circuit. You can have areas that are wet and areas that are dry, and Rossi is in. He's the first man in. Joining him on that in lap, it looks like Danny Pedrosa as well.
Now, how will they fare on dry weather tyres in these damp conditions? Lorenzo quite happy to stay out there and extend his lead at the front, but it's got to come in sometime.
He's setting an incredible pace, this Jorge Lorenzo, and he's just going to keep going on track. There's his crew chief. That's one of the big Yamahas. It's Valentino Rossi down. So the slick tyre gamble has not worked for Rossi. Down he goes.
Could be the end of the race. Rossi trying to pick up the Yamaha, trying to get back into it.
That's at the museum corner, isn't it? Oh, just lost it. Just probably couldn't see how damp it was, and down he goes. Rossi tries to get back on his bike, but that's the end of his challenge for victory, surely. Melandri's in as Depunier comes in to change as well.
Did Rossi come in too early? We see James Tozen getting out before them. But Lorenzo continues his merry way at the front. He's almost got the leg to the start and finished straight, and he hasn't come in yet.
Yeah, over Dovizioso in second, nearly 7 seconds the gap between the Spaniard and the Italian. Rossi comes in. Now he can change bikes, can't he? Back onto a bike with wet tyres on. No intermediates in MotoGP this season with a single tyre manufacturer. And what's this? Rossi has a ride-through penalty, speeding in pit lane. Well, that's just insult to injury, isn't it, for Valentino Rossi? And he's going to have to...
He's right behind Casey Stoner. Here comes Valentino Rossi at a very sedate pace through the pit lane. There's nothing he could do.
The two Australians are in. Stoner's in third, Vermeulen in fourth. They both come in to change those slick tyres. It must be about the time because Dovizioso is also in, but still Lorenzo is out on track on the wet tyres.
So Tony Elias now up into second place, still out there on the wet weather tyre. So the two Spaniards know all about the road. But here he is. Lorenzo is in with 16 laps to go.
Lorenzo comes in and Elias actually switching back now. So Tony Elias will lose that second position. Surely Now he's coming to change who will be in second in the shuffle. Tell you who's setting a real pace is Marco Melandri. Here he comes up into second now. He's had a couple of laps on the slick tyres. He came in just after Valentino Rossi and he's starting to close considerably on Lorenzo. This could be incredible with a Hayate machine.
Andrea Dovizioso in third place. And here comes Rossi. Chop and change all the time.
How many times?
Swap your bikes. It's musical chairs in pit lane.
I suppose last time he wasn't able to change the bike because he came in for the penalty. Look at Melandri. He's fastest on the track so far, but it's Pedrosa who's making waves and he goes through on Stoner now. Pedrosa came in the same time as Rossi, didn't he?
He did. Remarkable ride by Marco Melandri.
Big problem for Stoner coming down the straight there. And what's going on? He's got a problem, hasn't he? Casey Stoner, just bike not... What was going on? Just not clicking in.
We ride with Valentino Rossi down in 16th place. So out of the points at the moment, the World Championship leader. Danny Pedrosa really has picked up the pace. Can he catch Andrea Dovizioso? A lot of pride for this final podium position.
Now the two Repsol Hondas fighting out in this final lap. Pedrosa is a long, long way back as they go down in towards Garage Vert. Not this time, but he's closing all the time, Pedrosa. Will he be able to attack him at the end of the short straight? You can see Melandri in second. They won't catch him.
Here comes Pedrosa out of the slipstream. Danny Pedrosa, yes, on the podium. Third place for Danny Pedrosa. And I say there's nothing Andrea Dovizioso can do about it but settle for fourth place.
Jorge Lorenzo takes his second victory of the season and reclaims the lead in the championship after a crash for his teammate Valentino Rossi. But what a day for Melandri and Hayate.
Without a ride at the start of the season, Marco Melandri, Kawasaki out, Hayate take over their second, and Danny Pedrosa is third successive podium finish. Dovizioso in fourth place.
But Lorenzo is looking strong, isn't he? Takes his second win of the season. Delight for the Mallorcan. Melandri and Pedrosa alongside him on the podium. Dovizioso just beaten into fourth. Casey Stoner struggled in the mid part of that race into fifth, and Rossi doesn't score a point.
Toing and froing at the front, but Lorenzo back in front by a single point from Rossi.